Queen 7 deuce on the flop.
Tony's flop bottom pair, and it's good for once.
Doyle checks. Tony leads out, bets 2,000.
Lost my mind trying to play hands like that.
Hellmuth makes the call with 2 overcards.
Yep. And Doyle is out. Queen on the turn, board pairs. Tony bets 5,000. Phil calls.
Seems like Hellmuth's the only guy Tony G can make a hand against.
Tony G checked in the dark. Phil Hellmuth checks after the river, and Tony G wins a pot.
Phil Hellmuth probably should have re-raised pre-flop with ace-king, especially after knowing the wide range of hands Tony's likely to be in with.
Come on, Tony, smile. You just raked in a solid pot.
Or is that what he's showing? Is he showing how to play ace-king with a short stack? Is that the way to play ace-king?
Buddy, you're so tilted, I'm going to just lose more. If I re-raise, you're going to call with 6 deuce. I know that.
Of course, yeah.
You know
I've done that all day.
You have. You're so tilted, it's crazy. If Phil Laak had ace-king, an ace would have come, and you'd bluff every street and just give him like 70,000 for no reason. Same thing with Daniel, but no, me, you hit a deuce.
Hellmuth's got a point, but that's playing results.
Oh, I just kind of hit like one hand to get out of it. How does that happen like that? Wow.
Is this the big game or the marriage ref? More coming your way after this. Welcome back to the big game in Las Vegas. Tony G is clearly frustrated, but regardless of where his stack stands, never misses an opportunity to try and get under the skin of Phil Hellmuth.
When I first heard about a table and that Phil Hellmuth was going to be participating in the lineup, I was ecstatic. It's like winning the lottery. I just love to play against Phil.
I'm an easy target. You know, Daniel will tell you I'm an easy target. Tony G will tell you I'm an easy target.
Because he talks that he's the best.
Sometimes I forget, oh yeah, you have 11 world championships. Yeah, you're number 1.
In the old days when the game was easy and when the big sort of players nowadays were not around, he was a great player.
When I see people like Tony G, he's crossing the line too much. And so I'm just kind of smacking him back over the line.
If I bust Phil, I will absolutely want him rolling on the floor.
If you don't stand your ground, they're going to be right up in your grill all the time.
I'm not writing him off. I'm going to work incredibly hard to knock him off his pedestal, knock him off his chair. I want him lying around on the floor, crawling, begging for mercy.
You know, I think those two stack up to some of television's greatest rivalries. Jim and Dwight, Jerry and Newman, maybe even as much as Paula and Simon.
You didn't just throw in Jerry and Newman, did you?
I almost went for MacGyver and Murdoch.
Ooh, that would have been a good one.
MacGyver!
And number 121 out of 150.
Oh, was on me?
It's on you, Mr. Loose Cannon. Ernest Wiggins, Queen 10 offsuit.
Cool.
Limps in. Daniel folds. Doyle calls. Phil Laak on the button. Folds. Queen 3 for Tony. Raises to 1,500.
Bound to hit with it this time.
Phil Hellmuth. Good hand with pocket tens.
Decent-sized pair for Phil Hellmuth. He didn't re-raise last hand with ace-king. Let's see if he changes things up now.
Just calls.
Calling's going to let a lot of these other hands in the door.
Like Ernest Wiggins and Doyle Brunson. So 4 players to the flop. 6-5 jack, 2 diamonds. Tony G with a flush draw. That's 5,000. Hellmuth's along for the ride.
Jack of diamonds. Not quite the card I needed.
E-dub's out.
Doyle's out flop. Phil's tens with top pair of jacks.
Doyle raises to 25,000.
Doyle's made a good read. He thinks he has the best hand. This is a value raise.
Tony G makes the call.
Phil looking to the cameras for answers.
Is this for real? Are they recording this? I mean...
Are you recording this?
Is this for real? I mean,
No, Phil, you're not being punked.
Yeah, it's for real.
He does fold.
Nice, nice, nice. It's just so much fun here. I mean...
Down to Doyle and Tony on the turn. 9 of spades.
All in.
All in for Tony G.
Tilted Tony using pure aggression here.
Seen that show before.
And it works. Quick fold from Doyle.
And Tony rakes in a nice-sized pot.
Should have checked it.
Tony Steambet blows Doyle off the best hand.
If he checks it, he gets the max, huh?
So then,
I thought you'd call. I wanted to fill in, so I wanted to give you the opportunity to participate. But you didn't.
Don't worry, Tony. I just had pocket tens. That's all. I just had a bad feeling you had the
10,
queens.
you would win.
Yeah. I had a bad feeling you had 2 queens before the flop, because every time I flop top pair, you have something. Every time I have a big hand, you have something. So,
Just wanted to give you a go. A ride.
Well, Tony G gets some of it back over the last few hands, but as you look at the scoreboard, he's still stuck over $122,000. But the big news is Ernest Wiggins is up over $57,000, so now he's playing with his own dough.
That $57,000 is now Ernest's money to lose. His tight style may benefit him and allow him to walk away a winner.
Well, that's it for tonight, guys. Phil Laak and Daniel Negreanu have each won a big chunk of change, but it's our loose cannon who will have it all on the line tomorrow night. Can he keep his winnings, or will this table of superstars get their revenge in the end? I'm Amanda Leatherman saying goodbye for now, and remember, if you've got the cash and the guts, there's always a seat open at the big game. See you next time.
If you want to appear on the big game and be a loose cannon, log on to PokerStars.net. There are free qualifying tournaments every day. For Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Rose. We'll see you tomorrow night.
And I need some better rivers. I bet you I would have lost that river. If you saw, I would have lost it on the river.
well, I don't know. You might have been drawn dead. Who knows what you had?
Obvious what I had.
if you put in a big raise with one coming and make a flush, you probably would get paid.
The preceding was a presentation from PokerStars.net.